The Postman Always Rings Twice, 1981, can be loosely translated into another meaning as fate will come knocking again. The film is a melancholy symphony about forbidden love, unforgivable sins, and an inescapable destiny woven through the ordinary human emotions. If sadness and passion represent beauty, then sin reveals the darker facets of love. Adapted from James M. Cain's best-selling novel of the same name, it was recognized by Modern Library as one of the 100 best English-language novels of the 20th century. Under director Bob Rafelson's adept guidance, the novel was adapted into a film in 1981, a remake of an earlier 1946 version. The movie stands as a solemn and profound elegy of Hollywood's golden era, marking a significant moment in the awakening of feminist consciousness. The film begins with the image of a man hitchhiking to Los Angeles. This man, Frank, is portrayed by Jack Nicholson, who was already notable for his role in the supernatural thriller The Shining, 1980. After catching a ride, he and the driver stop at a small roadside diner. This scene authentically reveals Frank's nature as a cunning drifter. Nicholson portrays the character candidly, highlighting his wandering, instinct-driven lifestyle and pursuit of personal desires. After tricking the diner owner into thinking he can pay for his meal, Frank is forced to stay and work as a mechanic for Nick, the diner's owner. The diner is attached to a small gas station located in a remote rural area outside Los Angeles. Nick, portrayed by John Colicos, is an older Greek man, while his wife Cora, portrayed by Jessica Lange, is a beautiful and enigmatic woman. Frank's first encounter with Cora in the kitchen marks a fateful turning point, setting the stage for the tragedy that would ultimately engulf Cora and Nick. Cora's seductive beauty becomes the force that keeps Frank lingering at the house, igniting a dormant flame within the young woman who feels trapped and isolated in her dull marriage to her elderly husband. When Nick leaves town briefly to purchase lighting for the diner's signage, Frank takes advantage of the situation and assaults Cora, quickly drawing them into a whirlwind of passion, betrayal, and murder. The director carefully guides viewers through subtle climaxes, delicate yet illicit moments of desire, and intense, nuanced storytelling. This remake by Bob Rafelson, scripted by David Mamet, remains truer to James M. Cain's original novel compared to the 1946 version. Jessica Lange's portrayal of Cora reflects a character eagerly and defiantly confronting her own raw desires. Once, by chance, Nick had to leave town, and Frank and Cora decided to run away to Chicago. However, their efforts seemed undesirable, as Frank's personality made Cora feel insecure about life. The couple reluctantly returned to town and continued their illicit relationship behind Nick's back. The deeper they sank into sin, the more their secret encounters awakened within Cora a desire to live authentically with her instincts and love. Ultimately, Cora conceived the intention of killing Nick to escape the barriers and prohibitions and to live together with Frank. Yet, as with any crime hidden beneath the cloak of love, the consequences are never simple. They became entangled in the whirlwind of courts, law, lies, and punishment from fate itself. Director Bob Rafelson portrayed a Cora who was both strong and fragile, yearning for love and willing to do anything in exchange for freedom. This image was portrayed convincingly and hauntingly. After 2 attempted murders, Cora and Frank are soon put on trial for this crime. In the latter part of the film, the director heightens the climax as the investigation thrusts both characters into conflicts within their relationship. The prosecutor succeeds in getting Frank to betray Cora, but some skillful maneuvers by her lawyer ultimately result in her acquittal. Behind the courtroom drama, Frank and Cora rekindle their relationship. However, a series of surprising developments ensue, ultimately leading to an unexpected ending. The atmosphere of the film is dense and dreamlike, and especially, each scene feels intensely compressed. The pace isn't fast. Rather, it moves slowly, like a knife gradually cutting through, lingeringly and painfully. The soundtrack, lighting, and costumes all coordinate to evoke a feeling of being suffocated by fate. There are prolonged sequences where merely Jessica Lange's gaze or Nicholson's forced smile is enough to send chills down the audience's spines. The film sparked controversy upon its release due to its bold, erotic scenes. Yet, its true value lies not in physical nakedness, but in emotional vulnerability. The sensual sequences are not merely for display, but rather a reflection of the character's emotional states, ranging from impulsive passion to deep exhaustion and despair. Even though Cora's actions are clearly wrong, viewers find it difficult to despise her. She is not entirely a villain. Instead, Jessica Lange's performance makes the audience constantly worry that Cora might choose the wrong person and fall into a cycle of tragedy. The identity of a woman inherently carries a different suffering from that of a man. Fragile because she is loved, yet simultaneously empowered by that same love. Perhaps, as suggested by the film's title, we see no actual postman appearing. The director utilizes the image as a metaphor for fate or consequence, inevitably returning to find us after the act has been committed. True to film noir style, fate ultimately gets its way, and tragedy strikes the lovers in an unexpected manner. Sometimes, being able to live authentically and love fully, even if just for a brief moment, is worth an entire lifetime. The Postman Always Rings Twice stands as proof of a harsh cinematic truth. Love doesn't always bring salvation. If you found this review interesting, please like and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next videos.